Hello everyone, happy day wherever you are and very happy weekend to you. Hope that you're enjoying it to the maximum. And we are together. This is the Jennifer Tarot Spiritual Guidance reading for today, Saturday, November 4th to Sunday, November 5th. So thanks for joining, and we have our 3-card spread with us. So we have the Two of Wands and the World and the King of Cups. So it's a message and a direction for us to, the key word is direction. Direction and focus and vision and connectedness. Connectedness with a masculine energy. It could be a person. It could be, well, let me just go through the cards for us so that it makes sense for you ultimately. So starting with our Two of Wands, this is an energy that is reflecting a greater opening and a greater awareness now of options and possibilities. I see you in a position, and I see us in a position of greater power and openness. Openness, as you can see from this figure here, he is or she is surveying the land and surveying the globe. And it's a globe that reflects movement and a new location, a new space, a movement to a new place. Now, this can very well mean moving to a new country or a new city, or it could just be moving to a new part of the city. So if you've been thinking about this, it seems like you're looking at the options, you're contemplating them. And if you have not yet, then I invite us to think about in what ways we are looking at making a change. In what ways have you been shifting your physical presence in a sense? So where are you placing yourself more? Where are you contemplating moving into? And this is what this energy is about. It's about you feeling open and expansive, and to really embrace that energy, embrace that spirit of possibility and opportunity and empowerment, that it's at your disposal and that you have the staff in your hand and you are the one who can take the action. And of course, firstly, before taking any action, you want to align yourself and be ready for making that change. So that is the key message from this card. It's the presence of a greater self-empowerment from inside of you. Look at your options, reflect on them, and be happy with the opportunities to even think about this. You know, the freedom of your thought is the most vital aspect of this process. So freedom of your thought. And then we have that combined with the world, which really makes a lot of sense. So the world indicates really, like, literally moving out into the world, opening yourself up, being more open, more receptive to a new opportunity, to a new job, a new role, or just looking at life in a new way. But truly, I invite us to consider where we can open up more into the world. Where can we step out further so that we can feel like we're expanding, like we're enjoying a new life experience as the days go by, rather than that everything is the same and repeating. I feel that this card is just reminding you that the world is your oyster and that you are making a move into that greater openness and expansion. And it's a sure thing. It's a sure thing. And to let go of our doubts, if there are any doubts, to release them, to just trust the universe that if it's a fearful thought, well, it is what it is, but it's not reality. It's only a thought, and we can let it fly away as you allow yourself to bask in the energy of openness. So moving out forward into the world, and you know, before you can move anywhere physically, before you get on the plane or before you get in the car or get onto the bike, the key is for us to start first in our mind, right? When you open your mindset, then you can open your heart and your physical self to the rest of the world. So that's what that is. And then the King of Cups is suggesting that there is the presence and involvement of a male figure in your experience. And it could very well be a father, a loving father, a sensitive, emotional person. It could be a partner who is slightly older or who has an energy of greater maturity and wisdom. And it could reflect in several ways the presence of an older, wiser, masculine energy. And it may be the memory of a deceased father or a grandparent. And it could also just simply be an important place of a mentor in your life, a mentor or a friend who serves as that sort of role model for you. So this is an energy that's influential today for you to consider where you have that playing in your energetic field as a positive, beneficial energy and presence, and how you can view that person. Whereas if there are any areas where there's complications or conflict or anything that you consider to be a problem aspect, then consider that there are two sides to every person and personalities, and they evolve over time in small and big ways. So consider the positive aspects of that individual and how that person has had a positive influence in your life. And the person that comes to mind will be that for you. And as an energy, it's about just having a great outcome in your creative endeavors. And it could materialize as a big, overt material outcome between today and tomorrow. However, it can also be subtle, and it could also be a subtle, gentle feeling and a sensation of a greater leadership, an emotional leadership, and sensitivity, but from a wise and stable, grounded perspective. So grounded in your emotions. Yeah, that came through clearly. Is being grounded. It's ironic because I'm saying grounded, but this figure, this king, he's on the waters. So it's about, despite the turbulence of your emotions, finding your stability, finding your grounding, your groundedness within those turbulent waters of emotions, the ups and downs, and the thoughts that go up and down, back and forth. If there's no clear direction, then to find yourself in stable footing in the things that are accessible to you. And this is all coming back to a significant change in your circumstances in your life. And the reason why I'm going back to that main theme of change, openness to the world, traveling into the world, making a move, looking at your options, and really focusing on the direction, how you want to go forward in life, asking for greater clarity, it's because I asked for a clarifier card. And I was in a really good space as I selected the card, and it came through as the Tower. So sometimes the Tower arouses trepidation from the recipient, but not for me. I feel like the Tower is exciting for us. If you're listening to this message and it may resonate with you, is the notion of change. And it may be sudden. It may be a reorganization in your housing. You could be asking to move to a new place, and it's going to happen. But be ready, right? Because it's going to feel like a change, a significant, meaningful change. So it could be sudden. Doesn't mean you're going to move today necessarily, but it intimates at a change in your life. So the key is being grounded in your emotions as these changes take place and are manifesting, because they're bound to happen now. Being ready for them, knowing that these are opportunities and options, seeing the ups and downs as opportunities, and knowing that the changes are happening. The changes are happening in the positive direction that you do want, that will make you happy. Everything is really working out for your highest good, and everything is working out perfectly for you. You're in the right place at the right time, doing your right work, And despite whatever people say, despite whatever you think in yourself, because sometimes we can be our own greatest critics, the truth is that things are always working out, and here you are, you're alive, you're thriving in many ways. So the changes that are happening now, this is the full moon, so it's super exciting. And it just indicates that the things you've been asking for a while now are reaching a phase of materialization. And some changes will pop up suddenly, like small manifestations, small evidences that testify to that. Another key word that I've received today is justice and balance. So everything is working out in a just manner, in a fair manner, where it is a good outcome for both sides, whatever the other side is. If there's no other side, then that is just the fear thought. It's a good outcome. No matter what happens, whatever it is a wonderful, just, and fair outcome. And it will definitely be in your favor. So it's just a matter of knowing that. And I feel like someone's going through a legal proceeding right now, and the outcome is fair, and it will be a sudden change in now the way you view that situation. So be open now to be free. If it's not what you wanted at first sight, then know that at least now you're free to move ahead. Now you're free to let that go. You don't have to fight anymore. Go to the lawyer. You don't have to go to court. You don't have to prove prove yourself. Now you can be open and move ahead with your life. Get on with your life and now focus in a new, more positive, empowering direction, which is the trajectory that we truly want to harness. So that is our message for today, for our weekend, is openness to the world, moving out into the world. And I see changing locations, changing homes, changing positioning, how you position yourself, how you view the world. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks for joining. I'm sending you lots of love, and have a fantastic, marvelous weekend. See you soon.